This video explains how to add in new inspection items to the Texas template. The Texas Real Estate Commission, or TREC, has specific guidelines for how inspection reports need to look and what content is in them. Palmtech has a template designed to meet these specifications and also gives you the ability to add in new inspection items if you desire to do so. When you follow the steps in this tutorial to add in new lines, then the new lines you add in will match the format of the rest of the report. Let's take a look at how this works. Right now, we have the Palmtech program open with the blank inspection started using the Texas template. For this example, let's say we wanted to add in a new item in the electrical systems category, and for this tutorial, we'll call that new item new electrical item. The first step to do this is we're going to go to the category at the end called extra lines. This category gives you everything you need to add new items to the report. It's marked non-applicable so that it doesn't show up on the printed report. At the top here, we have a note that gives written instructions for how to add in new items and essentially covers what we're taking a look at in this tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. We want to add in a new item, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on the icon to the left of this new item line, and then we're going to select copy. Now that it's been copied, we're going to go to our electrical systems category, and we want this to show up at the bottom, so simply right click and then we'll select paste. And now that line's been copied and pasted where we want it. To rename it, we'll simply double click on the line name, and then we'll come here and call it whatever we want. We'll simply call this new electrical item. So we'll start with the letter C, that way we match the lettering currently in place, and then we'll call this new electrical item. We'll click on OK, and now our new line's been added in. If we wanted to have a sub item for this, like we have for the line above where we have type of wiring, we can do that as well. So we'll go back to the extra lines category. We have a line here for new sub item. So we'll click on the icon to the left. We'll click on copy line. We'll come back here, and just like before, we'll right click and then paste line. Our new sub item has been added in, and if we wanted to rename it, we'll follow the same process. We'll simply double tap on it and we'll make the changes we want. So let's call this new electrical sub item, and then we'll click on OK, and that's set up. You can add as many sub items as you want to an item. Once you add in the line you want and then any sub items that you want, there's one more step to follow. So we're going to go back to our extra lines category, and this last line we have here is actually a line that has nothing on it that we can see. This line doesn't have anything on the input screen, but it does impact the spacing on the printed report. For any new line we add in, we need to add this in afterwards, so that way the spacing on the printed report matches the spacing that we have everywhere else. So let's go ahead, we'll copy this line, we'll go back to electrical, and then we'll paste this at the end. We've now added in a new line with a new subline. Let's go ahead and go to print preview and see how this looks. So we'll skip ahead to our electrical systems, and as we can see, we have our new item added in. It's properly lettered with C, and then our sub item shows up right underneath it. This concludes the video on adding new lines into the Texas template.